Alrighty, welcome back. We're going to dive into our next zodiac sign this evening. Who are we reading for? I think we'll do Leo. So, Leo, what's the energy? What's the vibe for the tribe? Let's get our little bell. Leo people and placements. What's the story? What's the vibe? You could be closing something out in your life, or you will be in the future. Moving beyond something. Six of Swords, Two of Swords, maybe like a sense of denial or illusion, delusion. Could be something that was keeping you in your head and on a loop. Could be to do with a feminine earth sign, doesn't have to be. Any kind of sadness. Let's go ahead and get you advice. Ten of Pentacles on the top of the deck. So there is something here about thinking long term. Leo, what's your advice? King of Pentacles. So this is about assuming authority in your own life, right? Queen of Cups sideways here. Interesting. You could be dealing with a feminine water sign or somebody with a lot of water in their chart that's so feminine. This could be something about the present moment as well. You might want to hold on to something. But I feel like there's been a lack of communication, especially if I'm speaking to the masculines here. You might need the strength to like advocate for happiness. I see you losing or lacking confidence. That could be something that you're needing to work on. Maybe being more honest or authentic or real. Maybe you need to journal or speak to your spirit team and get those solutions and downloads. You could be exiting or getting out of denial about a third party situation or about friends around you. Anything else for Leo? I remember soul plan, the fated life versus the destined life. And we have called soul gifts and training. It's time to step up. So let's see. I remember. So I just, before your reading started, I was listening to Morgan Wallen's Chasing You. So that could be a relevant song as well. Somebody could want to apologize. It says, there was a moment before you were born when you chose the conditions of the life you live now, when you plotted these exact moments on the timeline of your life. We live in a world of free will, and therefore these moments become destiny only through saying yes. So this could be about operating in faith versus fear. The fated life is the one we were born into. The destined one is the one the soul chooses. And it takes courage and faith. If you pull this card, it's because you're likely now face to face with a choice to follow destiny over the fated life. So whether you're just repeating like kind of like animalistic tendencies or like karmic patterns versus like actually making new choices that like equal better karma, to trust the path your soul calls you towards. And remember, this moment was prearranged on your life's timeline. You may feel at a crossroads. Take a moment when you're being called to make a decision. So maybe you need to work with Hecate or like crossroad deities to keep walking the perfectly laid out path before you would choose the one less traveled. You may be facing a change of career, new relationship, difficult decision, or something else that requires courage and faith. You're being invited to remember your soul's greater plan and surrender to it when you're confronted with a path that's undefined. It's normal for doubt to fear its head. In fact, this is a certain sign you're facing your soul's greater plan, right? The North Node, an area of your chart that leads to good karma but is quite unfamiliar to you. It's not like past life familiarity. Every hero in his or her life journey comes eye to eye with doubt. The only way around it is through. It's all a part of the larger plan. So this could be about relationships, contracts. You can check out on Google by searching AstroSeek birth chart, enter the whole sign house system in the settings, enter your birth date information. Of course, adjust the location if you have moved from your birth location and adjust the time for the same moment of birth. And then you can easily see your North Node. In the setting, I like to click True North Node and True Lilith placement. But let's go ahead and see what else we can get. Feeling very hot in your reading, so I apologize if I'm wrapping it quite quickly. There's something about getting back to the basics, especially if we're speaking to a masculine here. Heard Aries in my head. I don't know what that's about. Leo placements. It's going to be about taking charge, taking opportunities, beginning things, the mantle of change. There's something about really deciding on which door you want to go down, which door you don't. You could be choosing who you want to reconcile with and who you don't. And something about not relying on others. There could be like people who have motives around you that you don't understand. Compliments from an admirer here, okay. But somebody's trying to get in the way of this, I feel like. Anything else for Leo? Yeah, someone or something could be leaving your life or the end of a situation as you go towards plenty of material things. So Leo, people and placements, let's close this up. We have the frog, actually, which is actually the frog-headed goddess is Hecate, right? The lily-padding goddess who allows us to transition from one timeline to another. So close your eyes. Say that when you open them, you will be in the new timeline, and open your eyes and allow everything to adjust in your timeline and God and divinity. So Leo, last messages from your spirit team before I close this out, because I am cooking for some reason. So let's see what we've got. We have securing your money. Okay, it says move on in peace and fortune. And it says they wanted you to go back and forth. They wanted you to go back and forth and not be enough for you. So this could have been distraction, waste of time. Distractions trying to rob you of your time. They need to get their own bag and purpose in life. So everybody needs to be on their own timeline. Bad compatibility. You were supposed to fall for it. Interesting. And choosing not to invest equals good in rewards, right? Boundaries. What are you investing in? What timeline are you creating? It's always those in the dumps who try to bring you down. Confirmation honk. Your entire life, early childhood, weak people projected their inferiority on you, probably use you, keep you under control, breadcrumbing you while giving to others. So this could be somebody who is purposefully not giving enough for you. People are who they are. They don't change. Don't expect them to. It says reactive abuse wants to provoke you by harming you. It says they are just a fuckboy, dumb. It says cut out negative people. It says don't victimize yourself. So pray to your spirit team, ask for support and guidance and understanding and elevation, and be grateful each day, and pray to Angel Michael and your guardian angels and guides. They want your money. I also heard destiny, understanding your worth, and bully keeps trying to come for you. So there is karma for that, right? Wasted time, wasted energy. Our reality is a reflection of our vibration. Shadow work. Money flows to me like water, so that could be something that you're saying. And it says, let it make no sense, flow. So you need to go with the flow, right? Learn/use Reiki energy work. So you might be like, for example, like I heard about girls like charging energy balls. Like, for example, you can charge them with like good intentions and then shoot them towards yourself or towards others. You can also inhale golden white light from heaven, and on the exhale, imagine that golden light expanding out through every pore of your skin and emanating and protecting you and shielding you. Many different ways to work with energy. You could channel it towards certain locations, like the healing power of the heaven on the inhale, and exhale towards any areas that are in pain. Healing addiction. Stop trying to control and surrender to God/deities. So learn the lesson so you don't repeat it again. And they were hating on the low. So very interesting. We do have the retrograde energy this month, so don't be surprised if people want to come back. Anything else for Leo? Big changes in your home or real estate. We have Metamorphosis, the frog, and the lotus. So we are going to check that out. Consider when in your life needs changing and think about the steps you can take to achieve it. So you could be journaling to yourself or asking, like really manifesting or asking God. Like anytime you need anything, you just literally pray and ask for it, right? Like why not? Like if you need understanding or comfort or healing or elevation, you owe it to yourself to allow your own growth and rebirth. What can I change in myself or my life for the better? How can I be more accepting of the change I cannot control? So maybe asking your spirit team to align with the highest timeline. This card reminds us change is natural, rebirth is possible, and healing balance can be achieved. The frog developing as it does from a tiny tadpole symbolizes transformation. The lotus flower as well symbolizes rebirth, unfurling even amid murky waters. Going through such change is difficult or a struggle, but the resulting metamorphosis opens us to growth, self-acceptance, and happiness. I'm seeing like Vietnam, or maybe like, kind of going through a war, or maybe just South Asia in general. Could be like, it's so fertile and rich, it looks like in the fields there. So yeah, maybe there's something about that there, but hope you enjoyed this quick little reading. Thanks for being here. Please hit like, subscribe, and get a personal through the Buy Me a Coffee link. We'll leave a tip through there. And maybe we'll close out with a past life. Leo. Oh, I'm getting cool all of a sudden a little bit. Lessons and blessings. So there could be something here about like understanding certain things. Let's get you a rune. Leo, people and placements, a rune from the highest time. Sorry, yeah, that's funny. Nautiz, which is literally an hourglass. So Nautiz, let's go ahead and pull that rune up. We have Wunjo on the bottom. All right, it says Nautiz, rune meaning. Need, constraint, necessity, signifying hardship, scarcity, or resistance, also represents the idea that a difficult situation or effort can lead to a long-term gain, like a need fire that requires hard work or strategic thinking to overcome. The rune associated is the letter N, fire, and the Elder Futhark's second at, okay? At its core, Nautis means need in all its forms, from basic survival to emotional and spiritual fulfillment. So maybe you're realizing what your needs actually are so you can manifest them. It can indicate a period of limitation, restriction, or lack, which is actually calls in abundance, right? It's about what we can shave off, what we can get rid of so that we have more room for abundance. The rune is tied to challenges, conflict, or resistance and you might feel things are difficult. So let's go ahead and actually pull up a website to help us understand this. This could be about getting back to like the basic needs. There could be a gap from where you currently are, where you wish to be. And this can, of course, be bridged, but you have to allow it to be bridged into your reality, right? Recognize the gap and take action, whether by retraining, relearning, or carefully planning next steps so you can bridge it. This can be interesting. Reassess your needs. Triumph through adversity. I feel like there was a better website that I found before. Let's go ahead and see. So that's Nauthiz, if you want to search it up yourself, rune meaning. And maybe we'll just move on to the next one. We also have Wunjo rune meaning, which says joy, happiness, harmony, success, and well-being, peace, and community, often associated with the tribal flag under which people gather in camaraderie. Upright indicates positive outcomes and emotional satisfaction, while reversed this suggests sorrow, isolation, or conflict. Okay, and Wunjo plus, let's see, Nautis. Okay. When combined, it says AI, they represent the journey of overcoming hardship, Nautis, to achieve happiness and fulfillment. Wunjo, the combination suggests that while you may face challenges, the effort will lead to positive outcomes, inner strength, and a reward for joy and happiness. Confirmation honk on that. So very interesting reading. And this could be as you close certain cycles out. I'm seeing the world appearing to stand up right now. Any last messages from my lovely Leos from your spirit team? How can they get to the Ten of Pentacles? Make a wish. Wow. So like a sincere prayer, right? Asking for whatever you desire or need. Let's go ahead. This card means it's a season for winning your luck personified right now. So maybe this is about like asking your spirit, like for example, a prayer could be to get into alignment with your luck. You're in the right place or how to move at the right time. Your manifestations seem to appear at the snap of your fingers. So this could be about being in that receiver mode to accept this reality, right? This is an indication you're in alignment with worthy people, places, or opportunities. This could be also a new contract that you could be making a wish about or a new relationship of some sort, but very interesting. I'm going to end it there. Thanks for being here. Please hit like, subscribe, and get a personal through the Buy Me a Coffee link or leave a tip through there. Best of luck. Take care.